Hi, everyone. Welcome to this series of beginner slash basic reformer. This is Candace, my mom. We're going to be working together today to focus on a program that is going to increase mobility in your joints, designed for anyone who has shoulder impingement or osteoporosis or hip impingement. So we're going to start with her feet facing in towards the reformer. She'll be standing facing the long box on the machine, one red spring on. She's got the foot bar in the mid-locked position, and it's going to stay that way. She's going to press her hands into the box, pressing her fingertips over. Yep. And then she's going to hinge forward and extend the box away, coming into a flat back position, allowing her belly to hang over the foot bar. Excellent. She should feel a stretch through her spine, her upper cervical spine, all the way through her tailbone as she elongates through her crown. Awesome. And then carefully, she's going to press energy into her feet, all four corners, and allow herself to hinge from her hips and bring the carriage all the way back in and her body back to standing. Good. She's going to inhale, bring her arms up overhead, circle the arms around, bring the arms forward and press into the box. Extend the box away. Good. Again, you want to make sure that those hips stay over your heels. So as you extend the carriage away, go ahead and extend the carriage away to demo it. You're really lengthening through your front body. You're feeling the stretch through the back body as well. And then as you come up, you've got to use the power of your core to allow your body to hinge back over those hips. Go ahead and circle those arms out. You have one more. Good. Extending it all the way out. And then bringing it all the way back in. Then circle up and around. Good. Now bring your hands back to that carriage, back to the box. Go ahead and extend it halfway out, keeping the hips over the heels. Now draw your elbows out to the sides. Nothing else moves. Extend the carriage out. So this is like a modified push-up. We're just waking up the lines of movement in your shoulders, being very mindful of the shoulders. You got a micro bend in the knees, and our focus is on really nice extension in the spine, which forces your core to work. Draw your rib cage in. Feel the extension from your tailbone through your crown, and then just move those arms. For 2. And last one, extend all the way out. Draw your elbows in towards your center line so that the eye of your elbow crease faces towards the ceiling. Now, tricep push-ups. Bring those arms in and out, grazing the sides of your ribs as you extend out and in. Beautiful. See if you can deepen it, Mom. See if you can get a deeper bend in those elbows as the carriage comes in. Now, think about really using the extension from the crown of your head through your spine to help lift your cervical spine. Is it bothering your neck to do this? No. Okay, good. If it does bother your neck, you can drop your chin towards the chest and just allow the stretch in the low or in the cervical spine, excuse me. For 2. Good. And last one. Again, extend it all the way out. Now allow your chest to come through those arms. Feel a deep stretch as if you're going into downward dog over the foot bar. You can even draw your hips a little bit forward, so coming forward towards those toes. Do you feel that stretch, Mom? Great. Now go ahead and hinging from the hips one more time. Start to draw the carriage back in. Coming all the way up to standing. Awesome. Put your feet on the headrest. Come to seated in the front of the box. Good. And because we're working her hips and we want to strengthen muscles she doesn't normally use, we're going to put the ball in between her thighs. If you have a ball or block, you can put it in between your thighs, so long as you're not pregnant or just recently had a child. I would say pregnancy, just don't even put anything between your thighs. After having a child, wait at least 6 months. And just be mindful after that. So bring your hands into either the long loops, the small loops, or onto the chokes. You're going to crisscross applesauce those straps, and then you're going to pull the straps in towards your chest, right under your, if you're a woman, you've got that nice underwire line for guidance. Man, it's right where that pec muscle ends. Extend it forward. Out and in. Elbows are opening out to the sides. And you're just extending it out and in. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So from here, we're going to get into those triceps again. She's going to hinge from her hips slightly forward so the crown of her head is reaching towards the opposite corner of the ceiling and the wall. She's going to bring those elbows deep back past her rib cage, and then she's going to extend her arms. She's getting a deeper tricep extension than she was doing on lying on her back. Holding through her abdominals and paying attention to the alignment of her spine. So keep reaching your head back towards my hand, Mom. Beautiful. We want to line our shoulders up with our ears. So if you have a mirror at home or you have a pole that you can stick in the back of your shirt so that you can keep the alignment of the head pressing into that pole as you do this exercise, all the better for you. Now the elbows are bent in towards your side. Your upper arm is not moving. You're just bending in the elbow and then extending. Very good. For 6. Is this hard? 4, 3. Chewy's rooting for you. 2. Keep squeezing that ball though. Active in those thighs. And last one. Beautiful. You're going to uncross those straps. And you're going to grab, well, yeah, you can keep your hands in the loops actually. So you'll be pressing palms facing behind you, stacking the spine really tall. There you go, reaching through the crown of the head, and then extend those arms past your hips. Draw the hands forward. Extend past the hips and draw the hands forward. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it back, reach it back, and bring it on forward. forward. Go ahead and set the straps down. If any of this bothered your neck, you're going to do a quick stretch. You're going to reach for the sides of the box. On one side you have a handle, on the other side you don't, so it's not fair. But just try to pick which side. You're going to press down into one side of the box with your hand, and then you're going to bring the other hand to the side of your head. And you're going to gently guide the hand toward the opposite ear and shoulder. Still keep trying to draw the shoulders away from the ears, just pressing through the hand on the other side, the straight arm in the box, to allow the muscles connecting your shoulders to your skull and your cervical spine, your serratus, your trapezius, all of these like highly used muscles to relax. When you're ready, gently release, come through stacked in your spine, straight spine, and then switch to the other side. Really press into the box. Keep reaching. Beautiful. How does that feel? Good. And then release it and roll your shoulders forward and back and reverse it. Awesome. So we're not completely done with the abdominal work here, but we are done with the arm portion of it. You're going to bring your feet back on that foot headrest if you hadn't done so already. You're going to, if you have the ball behind you, great, keep the ball there. You're going to bring your hands either in front of your chest a little bit harder, or hands on your shoulders, elbows are open out to the sides. So it's like you're crossing your arms. Then you're going to curl into that C curl. You're going to get a little low. You're going to get deep. Good. You're going to get low, 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 deep, deep, deep. Get it to your low point. And then curl, crunch, curling up and down, getting deeper into the C curl and coming up with your upper body just an inch and lower, an inch and lower, fatiguing out those front abdominals. Very good, Mom. I can see the shaking. I can see the work here. You got this. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Awesome. Great. So you can take the ball away if you had it and carefully come off of the box so that you can turn over and lie on your belly facing the foot bar. If you need to grab a quick sip of water, please do so. For this series, if you had a red spring on, we're going to keep a red spring on, and I definitely recommend adjusting to a red spring if you were on a lower spring tension. She's going to roll herself up so that her chest is off the box. The rest of her core is going to remain on the box. The tops of her thighs are going to be on the box. Now, this is going to be dependent on your body, you know, size, torso size, etc. But the whole goal is that your chest is off the box. You're going to bring your hands to that foot bar. You're going to draw the elbows in by your sides. You're going to allow your chest to float through those arms as if you're guiding it over the foot bar. Your gaze is going to come slightly in front of you, about 2 feet. You're going to lengthen through the front of your heart and your neck. Good. Draw those elbows in deep. Then press your pubic bone into the mat. Press the fronts of your hips into the mat. Start to lift the tops of the thighs, straight legs. You're just lifting the tops of your thighs off of the mat to activate those glutes. Really activate the glutes. I'm not feeling it, Mom. You got to activate them deeper. You got to lift those thighs a little higher. Good. Now, Extend the carriage away by extending the arms to straight. Keep lifting the thighs off. She's not really activating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ball between her ankles. That's going to force some activation. There it is. I can see it now. Extending out and in. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Staying lifted through your belly, that low belly. It's as if you want to lift it off the mat. Now, it's pretty much anatomically impossible to lift the belly off, keeping the ribs in and active, feeling as if you're pressing into the ceiling with your back. But we want to create that sensation so that our pelvic floor is supporting our low back as we do this. This is an exercise to strengthen your low back, strengthen your glutes, and improve your spinal mobility. Good. Now come in all the way, and then you're going to come halfway out. Good. Keep breathing. Pulse it in an inch and out an inch. Keep drawing those elbows in towards your center line. Yeah, even a little deeper for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way in. You can stack your hands one on top of each other, elbows out wide on the foot bar, and rest your head like a pillow. Beautiful. Breathing deeply here. If you put the ball between your ankles to get more activation through those glutes, great. You're going to keep it there. We're going to adjust the foot bar now so that it's in the low locked position. You're gonna scooch out for that? Okay, I could have stayed there. That's okay. So now it's in the lower position. You're gonna press your hands into that foot bar coming into swan. So straight arms, the chest is gonna come up and through over the foot bar. You're gonna have to really arc your upper body up. Beautiful, mom. Now, if you want more mobility and you feel like you can handle it, you can walk your body forward onto the box. I like to keep the position here, especially for beginners, because a lot of people don't like the sensation of the well below them. If you have fibromyalgia or vertigo, it's a better idea to stay in this position with just your chest off the box because it'll keep you from having the vertigo sensation or dizziness. Beautiful. Keep squeezing into that ball if you got it there. Good. We're doing 6 total, so you have 2 more. Really extending straight through those arms and bringing your chest through. Good. Last one, lifting. Good. Now, holding in that lift. Keep extended through those arms. You're going to look to one side. Then look through center. Look to the other side. And come through center. Gently allow yourself to melt down and bring the carriage in. Beautiful. You can go ahead and release the ball and let it go. And you're going to step off to one side of the carriage and come off of the box. Great. We're going to take the long box off now. Grabbing some water. And we're going to adjust our equipment so that she has the foot bar back in that mid-locked position. And we're going to go into footwork. All spring tension on. You're going to come lying on your back. And you're pressing your feet into the foot bar. Your foot position is heels on your heels, feet hip distance apart. Good. You can have your head rest down or you can have your head rest up depending on what's more comfortable for you. Do you want your head rest up or are you just adjusting your hair? Okay. Okay. Find the position with your feet. You really want to make sure that you're not bowing out with your knees. Now, if you need to adjust your feet so that they're in line with your hips, and your knees, you're doing so. So I'm here for her. She doesn't have to check herself out, but do so for yourself. Flex your feet towards your face. Extend and lengthen your arms by your sides on the carriage so they're not floating. Good. And then come out and in. Would you like weights while you do this or are you good? Sure. Okay. So she's opted in for the option of wet weights. I'm going to give her these. She's going to do chest presses. As she extends out, she's exhaling, extending those arms towards the ceiling. As she comes in, she's inhaling and bending the elbows outside like goalpost arms. Extend out and in. Beautiful. How are you feeling? Fine. What do you mean fine? Fine. Okay. Now, our focus here is to keep lengthening through both sides of your body, keeping nice, even pressure through your heels. Good, much better. Now, I noticed that her left hip is higher than her right hip, which explains a lot because most of her issues are related to her right hip. So I'm going to ask her to come in and adjust. Think about lengthening through your side oblique on your left side to bring your left hip further towards the foot bar. Good. There it is. Now go ahead and extend all the way out and in and keep even pressure through both sit bones. We have a nice neutral spine, so there should be space between your lower lumbar and the mat. You're really depressing your shoulders down and bringing the backs of the shoulder blades into the carriage. So even if you have weights, you want to focus on shoulder stability. Only the arms are moving. Good. So we're doing 20 of these. Let's see, she has about 5 more. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to come halfway in. So she on this last one, she's going to come halfway in. There you go. She's going to extend those arms straight up towards the ceiling and reach those weights past her hips, hovering, just like earlier. Then she's going to pulse the legs in and out. Good. Really extending and reaching those arms, feeling a nice stretch through the top of her shoulders, opening her collarbone towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Your weights can come down to the mat if you're fatigued out. For 3, for 2, and last one. Go all the way out and come all the way back in. Time to adjust the feet. Your weights can come on your belly if you want to relax. You're going to bring your feet onto the arches. So, yeah, you're wrapping the heels under, the toes over. Now, she had a foot injury recently. About 2 years ago, she broke many bones in one foot. What foot was it? Left foot. So we're going to focus on being very gentle with the wrap. If she has any sharp pain, we're just going to bring a massage in the foot, or we're going to adjust the feet so she's just on her heels. But we do want to try to strengthen the muscles, the joints, and the ligaments that are in the foot. We're going to go ahead and go into a skull crusher position. So you're going to bring the hands up slightly above the third eye center, the elbows digging in towards your center line. As you extend the carriage away, you're going to extend those arms towards the ceiling. So go ahead and extend the carriage away, arms up, bend into the knees, bend the elbows. Good. Inhale, extend the carriage away. Exhale, come in. Switching the movement. Wrapping those feet. Now, you want your weight in the feet to be even between the arch and the outside edge, that knife edge. Keep pressing into the arch of your foot. There you go. Is that better? Yeah, keep pressing into the arch of your foot. Good. For 4. You want to get in on this, Chew? She's got 2 more. Awesome. And last one. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and come all the way in. She's going to bring, yeah, if you need to roll out your ankles, go ahead and do so. She's going to bring her toes onto the foot bar, heels together, toes apart. So in a Pilates V position. Open your feet a little bit wider out. So there we go, right there. And then I'm going to bring the ball in between her thighs so that she can keep that stability in her hips, because she really needs to work her inner groin muscles and her inner thighs to help stabilize her hip a little bit more. From here, the arms can go into a punch position. So the elbows will tap on the outsides of the ribs, and then you're going to extend those arms up towards the ceiling. So go ahead and extend the carriage out, extend the arms towards the ceiling. Yep. Out and in. Good. Elbows tap. Good. Arms extend. Beautiful. As the legs extend. Keep squeezing into that ball. Good. Try to keep the heels together throughout this entire exercise. So slow it down if you need to. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. All the way out. And then you're going to come halfway in. You can either let the arms down by your sides on the carriage, or you can keep those arms up towards the ceiling. You're going to pulse the legs out and in. Good. And come all the way back in. Awesome. So I want you to go ahead and give me the weights. Or if you have the weights yourself, you can drop them on the sides of your carriage, or you can keep them down by your hips. You don't need the ball. And go ahead and extend the carriage all the way out, straight legs. Arms are down by your sides. Good. Lower, the heels stay together. You're going to lower the heels under the foot bar, and you're going to lift the heels up, coming into a high heel position. Lift and lower. Active through your quads as you do this. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those heels lifted. Rotate the heels away from each other so the feet come into parallel. Now, Prancer, bend one knee in, extend the other heel under. Up and down, alternating feet. Feeling the stretch, maybe even pausing to get a deeper stretch. Do you like this? Is this feeling good? Good. Now, because I'm here, I'm going to gently pull one heel under. I recommend you hold the stretch and try to dig your heel under on one side. We're going for about 30 seconds. You could even go for a minute and then switch. And then going back into Prancer, just alternating side to side, maybe doing both heels under. Great. And this is where I'm going to check out her alignment as well. I want you to walk this foot, your left foot, out a little bit farther away. So keep pressing through the right toes and the carriage. Good. Bend our knees, everyone. Bring the carriage all the way back in. We're going to do side lying circles. This is the modification for hip impingement. So she's going to come up off the reformer before she comes onto her side rolling so that I can adjust the foot bar and the springs and she doesn't injure herself. We're going to take the foot bar in the low, well, first we'll adjust the springs. I happen to like adjusting first. We're going to do one blue spring if you have a hip impingement, one red spring if you want to challenge yourself. Lower the foot bar into the all the way down position. Come lying on one side. Headrest is up. If you have a ball, you can set it on your headrest for a nice pillow. So you're going to be lying on your side. Your hips are towards the back edge of that carriage, and you're so scooting those hips all the way towards the back. Oh, find that pillow, Mom. Lift your head. There you go. Go ahead and lie down. Shimmy a little bit away from the shoulder block so it's not pressing and digging into your shoulder. Tuck your knees in towards your chest. Good. Glue your bottom thigh into the mat. Reach up for that front strap. Put it on this top foot. You got it. Long loop. Good. Now, extend that leg straight out towards the foot bar. Straight out towards the foot bar. You don't need to go that extreme yet. You're going to lift the leg so it's in alignment with your hip. Then, do you want to be flexed in the foot for this? Okay. Active in the quad, flexed foot. We're going to do lateral lifts. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked as you do this, and you're just lifting and lowering that leg in space. Beautiful. Breathing deeply here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to point the toes, find that foot bar. So lining it up, not the back edge, lining it up with the front edge. It's a little bit forward with the leg at a diagonal. Make sure those hips stay stacked and draw circles. You want the leg to be in the working zone, which means the leg is fully extended out of the hip joint. The femur is rotating in the joint, and that's what improves your mobility and the strength of the supporting muscles. You should feel really active through the glute. Don't stop. Good. For 3, 2, And 1, reverse the circles. You got it. If at any point you need to take a break, you're seeing what she's doing. She's bending the top knee in, she's stacking it on top of the other leg. But try to challenge yourself. Keep going. It's gonna feel like a burn. That's your present. And what I mean by burn is muscle fatigue. Good. We're working our gluteus medius here. We don't often work it, especially if we sit a lot. But that's what supports us, and that's what actually creates the space in your hip joint. So you're not experiencing bone grinding. Come in with the knee bent. Good. Beautiful. I want you to go ahead and take the strap off of your foot. Those are the only ones in the series we're going to do today. Awesome. You're going to come to lying on your back. Find your feet on the gray grippy. So I got that. Don't worry about it. Just come lying on your back. So the strap went back on the pig. Yeah, we all got that. Cool. So come lying on your back. Your feet are on the gray grippy, or they can be on the foot bar, which is low. You want to make sure the carriage is all the way in to maximize the stretch. Good. Arms are long down by your sides, bigger for stretch. The leg that was just working, you're going to bend the knee, stack the ankle on the outside of the other thigh, and then try to open the knee out toward your side using rotation in the hips so the knee is not rotating. If you feel any pinching in your knee, it's because you are tight in the hip. So just work the hip. Think about rotating through the hip and maybe bringing the knee in a little bit more towards your center line. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can thread your hands through the legs and the outside of the supporting thigh, so other leg, and then draw that leg in towards you. Good. A strap would help here as well. I also like this stretch seated with your feet on the side of the reformer. But this is a nice transition to go to the other side by just getting a quick stretch here. So that's what we're going to do. Come lying onto the other side. Hey, Choo Choo. Hey, Choo Choo. Yes, we got this guy. Loving you. You're just loving this, huh? You're just loving this. So you're lying on your side. You're going to scoot your hips and your booty all the way towards the back edge of the carriage. And then you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. Good. The long loop of that strap closest to your face is going to come forward, and it's going to go over the arch of that top foot. Extend the top leg straight out of the hip joint. Good. Find your core position where your hips are stacked and your shoulders are stacked, and you feel a nice lift through your bottom side oblique. So the bottom side oblique is working to stabilize your hips. Go ahead and flex the foot, then lift and lower the leg laterally. This is so nice, huh? Breathing deeply here. Really strong in your core. So nothing is moving but that leg out of the hip joint. How does it feel? Breathing deeply. You have 5 more. Doing 20 on each side, each variation. And 1. Awesome. Go ahead and point those toes. Find the edge of the foot bar in front of you, so bringing it forward at the diagonal. You got it. Make sure that you still have your hips stacked, and then go ahead and draw circles. Now your arm can be resting and pressing into the mat or the carriage below you to keep that lift through your side oblique and keep stabilizing your core. Or you can bring that arm up, straight up out of the arm socket for balance. Good. You're just drawing tiny circles with that leg, keeping it lifted so that it's in line with the hip as you go. Good. You have 4 more. And rest. Rest. Bring the knee in. Stack the knees. Good. I'm going to give her a minute to pound it out because she does have the osteoarthritis here, and it seems to be aggravated. And then we're going to allow her to extend it back out and reverse the circle. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your jaw, breathe. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee in. Go ahead and take that strap off. I got it. Come to lying on your back. Good. And then go into figure 4 stretch here. Make sure you allow the carriage to come into the stopper. Good. Flex the toes of the top foot. Beautiful. Lengthen through both side obliques. And if you want to take the stretch into a more intense position, you're going to thread the needle. So you're going to reach your right hand through, in this case, depends on where you're at. You're going to reach one hand through, the other hand around the thigh of the bottom leg, and then pull it in towards you. You don't have to do that option if you don't want to. Our goal is to create symmetry in both sides of the body, to standing for roll down. Good. Standing tall, lengthening through your arms, reaching up overhead. Feet are hip distance apart, really pressing through all 4 corners of the feet. Micro bend into those knees. Feel like you're drawing your shoulder blades down and then in, and then start to reach your fingertips forward like you're rolling over a ball. Activate through your pelvic floor, your low belly, chin towards your chest. Roll over that imaginary ball in front of you to bring yourself all the way down into a forward fold, reaching for those feet. Allow yourself to hang here, maybe deepen the bend in your knees to bring your thighs to your belly. And then just gently Allow your head to release, your neck to release. Feel gravity create space in your spine here. Oh, feel like you're elongating from your tailbone through your crown. And then gently activate your belly and start to roll first from your pelvis, allowing your belly to roll over those thighs and then restacking through your lower lumbar, slow, 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 keeping your chin towards your chest, and through your thoracic, and then rolling your shoulders down and back, rolling through your cervical spine, coming up through a tall spine. You can roll your shoulders down and back 3 times. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. And you're all done. Thank you.